And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. And of course, I have some unfortunate news for you guys. If you guys haven't heard, Jarrell, Big Baby, Big Pharmacy, Big Whatever Miller has tested positive once again for PEDs. Now, I do stand corrected. I said he tested positive 4 times, and I was referring to 2019 and this year combined. He actually tested positive 5 times because you guys forget he tested positive before 2019. So this makes the 5th time. It's crazy. Everyone, welcome. I've been reading you guys' comments so far. King J, Miller is a fat fuck. Michael L, more like 6 times the charm. He failed in kickboxing, failed 4 tests for 3 substances versus AJ. Now this. Okay, fair enough. Nikki Blue Eyes, can't wait for this live. Definitely not missing this one. Nikki Blue Eyes, welcome. KNM84, his IG count is gone. Yeah, I saw that, people. I saw his shit was done. I went to it as I was doing the first video, the breaking news video. I went to his shit, and his shit, matter of fact, let's go to it now. Let's go back to it because, you know, you had the posts, you had the followers, but you didn't have anything else. So let's see. Let's see where his shit went. Oh, wow. It ain't even in the search browser. Damn. Come on. You can't even look it up. His shit's gone. No, he's done. Jarrell Miller, he has just completely snatched his shit off of IG. He's got off social media. He's somewhere in Brooklyn. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Eating cheeseburgers, drinking, doing drugs. I don't know. It's unfortunate, man. It's all about making better choices, though. You know, as a professional, as a guy that's undefeated, but I don't think that really matters. I mean, his record now is no important than someone like Ika Barabucci's record. Ika Barabucci was 20-0 with 15 KOs, no losses, no draws, perfect. Jarrell Miller had a draw, though, honestly. So if we look at Jarrell Big Baby Miller, we pan his career. You know, he reminds me of fucking Rocksteady from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's what he reminds me of. But you know, with the haircut, he got the mohawk and such. Kieran Betts, Big Juicy. Big Junkie Miller combing his headpiece. He'll be back next year. Shit, I don't know. One cheater, always a cheater. Kelby Ortiz. Big Moly Miller. Vic, I can't stop laughing. How do you get caught with 3 peds in your system and then turn around and do it again? WTF. I don't know. I don't know how you do that. I don't know why you would do that, you know, and it's probably more embarrassing than anything else. You know, people are going to blast you. People are going to talk shit. We're going to see the Twitter things. We're going to go through those in a minute to see what everybody else thinks in a nutshell. But in hindsight, you know, you're like, what the hell? Okay. Professional boxing record. I mean, he had 1 draw, 23 wins, 20 by knockout, which is still an impressive record. But at this point, you've got caught back to back. Do you guys understand this guy hasn't fought since fucking Bogdan Dinu? I know I just murdered his name, but I mean, he hasn't fought since Dinu. You know what I mean? Bogdan. Yeah, it is right. Bogdan Dinu. He hasn't fought since that. That's been November of 2018, people. It's been a minute. It's been a minute, I tell you. What did he pop for this time? Okay. All right. Now, just join in tonight. Mark, iLife. Counterpunch to you. Now, look, here's the deal. This is from Ryan O'Hara. Okay, Ryan O'Hara Sports. He says on Monday, the Nevada State Athletic Commission will temporarily suspend Jarrell Miller's license. I am told by Bob Arum, that Miller has tested positive for the same drug in the past. So that means either it's HGH, human growth hormone, EPO, I don't know what the hell that means, and GW 1516, which I don't know what the hell that means either. Excuse me. So it's one of those. So you can't call that shit, oh, I took a shot in the elbow and I had tennis elbow, and that's why I had it in my system. And when they drug tested me in the Joshua fight, that's why it was tested positive, because of that particular surgery that I needed. Because if I would have fought Joshua injured, then people would have thought I've been making an excuse because of my elbow. That's why, therefore, I had to fix my elbow. It's crazy. So you can't say that no more. Did you have another elbow injury? You know, it's crazy, people. This shit's absolutely crazy. Goodfellas Pulp Fiction, new to the channel, bro. Braveheart, honesty, hatred these days. How many videos are you going to do on Fury next week? Next month, you did 57. You switched your Wilder hatred right over to Fury, which we know this is AJ and Matchroom Central. But wow. No, I just report the news, you know, and actually I haven't really been doing a lot of AJ stuff because there's everything else. You gotta coordinate. But yeah. But I don't know, as much shit as he talks, as much as he changes his mind from red, the next day blue, the next day purple, the next day green. I mean, that's Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? That's him. You know, very entertaining stuff. You know, people like it, love it, whatever, hate it. You know what I mean? But honestly, back to Miller, it's like, I don't know what's going to happen of Miller. What's going to happen to Miller? G Green, Miller's done. It looks like it, because I think what went from the second, because I don't know if this is a WBC sanctioned fight, but I know if you fail, I know they can ban you for like 8 years, because that's what they were trying to do to Dillian Whyte, right? Since this was supposedly like his second discrepancy, right? But yet you agree with AJ's racist comments. Weak. I don't know what you want to talk about. Racist comments. So tell me, what do you think about Fury? AJ's Uncle Tom. Okay. Is this for real? For sure. Oh my God, this guy can't box again. David Moran. Okay. He never even got punished. Then try this shit again. Love your channel. Ignore the hate. David Moran. Look. Let me reply back to you. Let me counterpunch. Yeah, I think you're right. I think he didn't get punished. I don't think Canelo really got punished. And I think what happens to a lot of these fighters, I'll have to agree with like Paulo Malignaggi on this one. They have to be banned for a certain amount of years, then get some money snatched from up under them. They have to do that shit, because if they don't, they're going to keep doing it. Are they going to see what they're going to do? It's almost like going to prison, right? Going to the correctional facility. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things where, hey, you go to prison, you learn how to get better at something, then you come out, then you're a better prisoner or a better criminal than anything else. That's what Jarrell Miller's done. It's a black market of people that actually take drugs. It's just too many people getting busted, right? It's too many people getting caught. And look at this. It's too many people that get caught on the reg. I know we're all in quarantine or whatever. I mean, Texas just shut down again. Texas was one of those good states. I guess not now, right? I guess it just finally hit Texas. But, you know, I guess Jarrell Miller thought that he was going to, I guess he thought he could wean off of it, or, you know, get off of it by the time they start testing. So, you know, he can cycle off the shit you know, in that case, so it's one of those things. Uh, this is the time for these governing bodies to redeem themselves from the last time he was popped. Malachi Moody. I think that I really just think that he's done because you have to think about the impact though. I think he's really done this time, and I think he's mentally done. Think about what he just did. Didn't we just check his Instagram and we didn't see shit? We didn't see anything. I don't even know if he had a Twitter, but I'm pretty sure that shit's gone too. Right? So let's see. Ayesha Green and didn't Vada announce that they were not testing because of the coronavirus? So you know what, Ayesha, you have a point. I think Jarrell thought this was a perfect time to get juiced up on some shit since nobody was fighting. But this asshole had a fight next month. You know what I mean? So I think it wasn't something he took recently. I think it's something he probably started taking in, let's say, March or April, that he was taking, and he wanted to use that shit so he can work out and in the massive shape. He joined ESPN. He signed an ESPN contract to fight on ESPN. So he wanted to be nice and juiced up. So by the time he starts fighting, he can cycle off the juice and then he'll be ready to kick some ass. Just like he was hoping that would happen with AJ, which I don't understand why he did that with Anthony Joshua, because you think they wasn't going to drug test you? And then you made it apparent about drug testing and brought up the problem with drugs and the rumors that other people are taking drugs. You think they're not going to, people are going to say, well, damn, if it's that many people, we need to tighten up on our drug testing, right? Good evening, Kurt. So glad I caught your live. Blessings to you. Thank you, Nikki Blue Eyes, Austin. Let's see. Yeah, well, just looking through the comments. Unrivaled boxing talk and news. I've unsubscribed anyway. Okay. Too much AJ and White protection going on here. AJ has used the mandatory excuse way too long now. 31 years old and still hasn't fought one non-vacant reigning champion. Okay. Well, I don't know about the AJ and White protection. I mean, isn't Kubrat Pulev his mandatory? So he's fighting his mandatory. Isn't Alexander Usyk his other mandatory on the WBO side? I mean, what? I don't know. I mean, that's fine. You unsubscribe. I'm pretty sure you got your own channel, so you can preach whatever you want to over there. I think people just get off with saying silly shit, and trying to preach it in other churches. But unfortunately, you won't be missed, but it's all good, you know. But AJ's 30. Yeah, he's 30, Had a chance to fight White, Fury, and Wilder on April 13th. Priced himself out and fights Miller instead. He's uninterested in 50-50 fights. Well, as far as I would say that too. I would say that as far as he's the money involved, he wants the lion's share of the money. That's why White didn't want the shit. I mean, that's not protection. I said that first. It was a bullshit deal that AJ offered White to fight him. I don't know how long you've been watching this channel or whatever, but I never supported Anthony Joshua for giving him a bullshit offer. But here's the fact. The fact is, if the offer's bullshit or not, he should take it, or he should have took it if he didn't have another deal. But he was smart not to take it, and I didn't recommend him for taking it. So I don't know what the hell, like, yeah, AJ is going to do what AJ is going to do because he knows he's probably the highest paid boxer. Floyd did the same shit. Floyd made massive amounts of money where the people that he offered the money to made crumbs. Well, I mean, it was better than the shit they've already made. Let's just be real. Let's take, for example, Canelo Alvarez. Canelo was undefeated. You know how much money did he receive from fighting Mayweather? $5 billion. Okay. That was his fight purse. So I don't want to hear this shit about why aren't we saying this about Mayweather? You know, people want to talk about Joshua. Shit, he ain't the only one that did it. You know, Mayweather is the man that makes that started this shit. Other people are just picking it back up because they know their own worth. You know. See you later, bro. You said you were leaving. I know, Braveheart, right? I can't leave. Serious question. Has there ever been a time in boxing where the boxer with the most belts in the heavyweight division wasn't considered the best? No, not really. Because, you know, once upon a time we had Lennox Lewis. That was about 20 years ago, you know. The fact, let's see. It's crazy because you had Lennox Lewis, he had all the belts. He did get upset by Hassan Rahman, if you guys remember that. And Lennox Lewis got the shit right back. You know, he knocked out Rahman, I think, in 3 rounds or 4 rounds. One of those. But he was considered the best. He whooped Mike Tyson, which Mike Tyson was, you know, was old and pretty much depleted at the time. But then, you know, he beat Mike Tyson, fair enough. You know, he you know, he avenged his loss to Hassan Rahman. Now he did get into a firefight with Vitali. If Vitali didn't have all that fucked up skin, that thin skin, that would have been a totally different fight. But he didn't fight Vitali again. Now did he? And he knew better than that. Like, dude, I'm not doing that shit again. So he knew that. But he was considered the best. You know, there's a reason. Look, there's a reason you get a bunch of belts. You don't get a bunch of belts by fighting people that you shouldn't fight. Now, you do have strategic choices, selections. That happens, right? But anybody that's seen the Vladimir Klitschko versus Anthony Joshua fight, that didn't look like a fucking pick'em fight. That didn't look like a fight that Anthony Joshua just did. I didn't pick Joshua to win that fight at all. If you would ask me, I would thought Klitschko was going to knock out Joshua. Said that guy, he knocked out Charles Martin. And, you know, it looked impressive knocking out Charles Martin. But who is Charles Martin really? Who is Charles Martin? Who did he really beat? Nobody. Okay. But he got paid for going over there with his IBF belt and taking on Anthony Joshua and got his ass knocked out for it. Okay. But when Klitschko came around, I'm like, he ain't fucking with Klitschko. Not the same Klitschko that trained with Emmanuel Stewart. Not that Klitschko. You know, and I was impressed. And I thought he was going to be out of it. After round 6, he got him. I said, he got him. I was with my father that time. I lost my voice that night because I knew Vlad had him. I said, Vlad got this motherfucker. He's going to knock him out because Joshua was all he was like, dude, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You have no legs. And I don't even know who looked worse, him or Wilder in the second rematch with Fury. Might have been Josh because Josh was all over the place. But you have to remember, Joshua had these big ass muscles and shit, and it's which that really naturally didn't suit him. You know, we learned that in the Ruiz fight, right? I thought Vlad had him. So it wasn't the fact that, you know, I don't know what the AJ fan base shit is coming from, but I know for a fact it's like, you know, the guys, you know, I report the news. I try to report everything. So it is what it is. You know, some people are more important than others. The numbers don't lie. You know what I mean? Jarrell Miller is a fat bitch. What a big monkey. Yeah. Let's get back on the roast of Miller. So Miller had to go back to the same guy that he got the same drugs from, doing the same shit. It's crazy. The unrivaled in chat not using super chat ain't me, little weirdo. Okay. Counterpunch to you, unrivaled boxing talk. Hey, there's a lot of cloning out here, brother. I don't know what to tell you. I had the same shit a couple months ago. But thank you for the super chat. But it's crazy. Comb in his hairpiece. We know. Jose Antonio Delgado. Greetings to you, brother. Miller is a cheat, not a champion. Well, Miller's not a champion anyway. He never got to the point. He never got to the well, he had the opportunity, but he never got to fight for a championship title. He's just an undefeated contender. That's it. Ricky Bobby, counterpunch to you. Makuto R, who wins, Deontay or Jarrell Miller? You know what? I can't wait to what the Bronze Bomber got to say. I can't wait to see what Deontay Wilder. Look, I'm going to laugh because Deontay, he's going to go raw on Miller. You imagine that shit? Dramatization. I know he was a little bitch. I know it. He sitting around talking big. Anytime somebody talk big, you got to tell them, you can tell something off with him. To this day, I know his ass was on this shit. He better be careful too. I knew he was on. I ain't surprised. I'm look, I can't wait for Deontay because Deontay and Jarrell Miller don't get along. And Jarrell Miller, he got off of social media. And that tells you when a person drops to social media, this shit's real. Look, remember when he first got busted with Anthony Joshua, right? He was still trying to claim like, hey, I'm okay. Don't believe everything you hear. This is Brooklyn. I'm Jarrell Miller. Everything ain't what you think it is. Remember that? He was still on. He was still online though, wasn't he? Now he gets busted. Now it's like, oh, fuck it. Delete. I'm out. And that's exactly what happened. Deontay Wilder is hiding and still traumatized from the beating. I don't know, Tom. He's fucking twerking. He was twerking a few days ago. So I don't know. He ain't, he ain't hiding too much. He is not hiding, And I think the more, his fans make a case for him with the Glove Gate resurrected, it's going to save Wilder. So, no, I don't think he's hiding at all. But no, I don't think there will ever be a fight between Jarrell Miller and Deontay Wilder. I don't think so. I just don't think that'll happen. Now, maybe this time next year, we might be looking at, we'll see what happens with Jarrell Miller, but it's like, dude, he didn't get punished for the first time. Okay. Neil Palmer, counterpunch to you, brother. Thank you for the super chat. I think I think these guys should start getting their fucking pockets popped, man, because if they don't, they're going to keep doing this shit. And people, let's not forget, Canelo got fucking popped. Okay. So, it is what it is. He got popped and he got a slap on the wrist. He just got 6-month probation. He had a surgery on his knee at the time. He chilled out. All right. He wasn't giving a shit, honestly. He wasn't caring about that. Mark Pringlesleaf, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. In fairness to Miller, there have been contaminated cheeseburgers going around. It's not his fault. Cheeseburgers. He was in my cheeseburgers. No, man. Wonder what Bob Arum is thinking right now with a blunt in between his frail fingers. He signed Miller, didn't he? Vic, you know what? I can imagine that shit right now. That motherfucker's fuck. Fucking Jarrell Miller, this fucking son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I gave my trust in this bastard. And the only reason I signed the bastard is because I hate Eddie Hearn, that fucking pompous bastard. I hate him. Bring me an ashtray. Fuck. Son of a bitch. Fucking Miller, you big titty cheeseburger eating motherfucker. Dude, he's pissed off. And you got to think about it, man. I was joking, but I mean, I think you think why he signed Jarrell Miller, because he knew Jarrell Miller had a beef with Eddie Hearn. He doesn't like Eddie Hearn because Eddie Hearn is taking some of his shit. He had to work with Eddie Hearn because of mandatory positions and situations. And I think that's why he doesn't want that white Fury shit, really, because he had to work with him again. Campbell, Lomachenko, right? He had to work with him. He had to work with this motherfucker, Kurt, you should do boxing stand-up. I know, right? This is example of that shit, man. I mean, look, he's pissed. All the shit that Bob Arum's an old guy. He's been in the game forever, people. He's been in the game forever. He's and he's giving this guy, Jarrell Miller, he talks big New Yorker, Brooklynite and shit, Papa Arum, give me opportunity, baby. Give me opportunity, Eddie Hearn, he's a hypocrite, him and AJ Juice and Jay, give me opportunity because, everything ain't what his appeal. I had a little tennis elbow situation and and they said, that it had all these substances in there. So, Bob, man, hey, man, help me out, baby. The Jews on first, baby. The Jews on first. You know what I mean? And he says, and then Bob thought about it. I'll give him a fucking shot. Nobody's took down this big bastard. The fucking fat-titted Ruiz can knock out AJ. I know Jarrell Miller can. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. So that's what he thought about. Look, Bob Arum plays chess, not checkers. And he's seen, I got an undefeated fighter. And that's one thing you can't say about Dillian White nor Anthony Joshua. You can't say they're undefeated no more. All right? You can say that about Jarrell Big Baby Miller, can't you? Right? So he knew, let me sign this kid. This kid can possibly upset other fighters. He already got Tyson Fury as a co-fighter, so he doesn't really give a shit. Jarrell Miller, the more the merrier. And I think Jarrell Miller, he didn't talk shit about Tyson Fury because I think Tyson Fury fucked him up somewhere. I think he beat him up. Just the style was wrong. He's too big, too quick. And he might have dropped Jarrell Miller a couple times. And he might have had Jarrell Miller thinking like, okay, he fucked me up. And Jarrell Miller didn't really talk too much shit about my Tyson Fury. So I think that's what happened. But Bob Arum signed this guy because he knew that he was once in cahoots with Eddie Hearn, and he knew Eddie Hearn didn't want to fuck with him right now because of what could have happened with Anthony Joshua. And if Anthony Joshua would have brought his ass in that ring the same way he brought his ass in there with Andy Ruiz, and that he would have got past all the drug tests and he was glowing like he is, he would have killed Anthony Joshua. But honestly, I just don't think so. I don't think that Joshua would have been in that type of shape because I think he just let his guard down and he shouldn't have done that against Ruiz because Ruiz was pumped up, ready to kick some ass, and that's exactly what he did. So, let's see. Incredible Hulk. AJ still wanted that smoke even when Miller was on the stuff. Yeah, I remember he said that. He said he would fight him with it, with it on it. It's bad because the buildup was so good on that damn fight too. So damn, Jarrell Miller's like a big hype, no fight guy. He's a big hype, no fight guy. He hypes shit up. He talks much shit, but when push comes to shove, he can't stop doing drugs. You know? Scance Rants, he was glowing. Hell yeah, Scance Rants. The motherfucker was, man, he's glowing now. He's still glowing. The motherfucker's glowing, man. It's crazy. Don't doubt there's any number of them juicing. Think there's a lot of hypocrisy. More bothered he's a contender, having done nothing worthwhile but be fat. Peter Montgomery, you're right. Look at it. It's too many people getting busted. Watch when boxing comes back. When all this corona shit clears up, we're going to go back to more people getting busted because there's less people. Look, people are not on the roster right now to fight. Jarrell Miller's a dumbass, but he thought that he was in the clear. He thought, you know what? I'm going to take me a bunch of shit. I'm going to get ripped. I'm going to get strong. I'm going to be ready. I'm mentally ready because I know I'm taking this shit, right? So I'm taking this shit. I'm mentally ready. I'm mentally prepared. I'm physically prepared because I'm juicing, right? Then by the time they start drug testing, drink lots of water and everything and apple cider vinegar and all this other bullshit, fucking bear aspirin, thin my blood out, piss it out. I'll be ready to go. But with the same effects of training on the stuff. But he didn't have enough time. I think what happened, they pulled an okadoke on him. They popped up on his ass, a jack in the box. They popped up on him like, hey, you got a drug test. Oh, you tested positive. You've been counterpunched. Your ass is done. Done. That's exactly what happened. He got careless and got popped. Aaron Morales, who got careless? Because you could be, whatever you're talking about, Jarrell Miller. All around very positive guy. Oh man, that's some funny shit. Oh yeah, hey, the glove gates is resurrected, people. Hey, that's some dude. It's but no, honestly, I went back because I seen I think it was Boxing Ego. All of them did the same shit. They all do the same shit. I used to do nothing but like train, So it was one of those things where you used to watch him back in the day. And then, when you start reporting news, you see, well, wait a minute, I just don't agree with that shit, But he compared this shit to Luis Resto. I just did a video about this shit, kind of lengthy too, He shouts out to the people that watched it, but he compared Tyson Fury to much more other fucked up situations, and it's bad, It's real bad because you're looking at it like, you're comparing this to people that have already been like busted. You know what I mean? Like that was bad. That Luis Resto, Panama Lewis, Billy Collins shit, that shit was bad, man. Because people don't understand the result of that. Miguel Cotto, that guy, look, he could have been a lot better, Good night to you, Nikki Blue Eyes. I guess it's late as shit. Was 11 o'clock over there, The Glovegate gang are the same people you on the Flat Earth channels. Okay, you believe Glovegate because you are a minion who has to fall in line with your master channels. What do you think of Fury and this franchise madness? I think he'll take it. I hope not, Catacor. I hope not, because You know, uh, we won't see any fights then. And and honestly, I was really looking forward to Tyson fighting Jarrell Miller. Jarrell Miller doing something because he's on the redemption list, and he's on there because we don't really know how good he really is, and I guess we probably really know. We will know good as his juice. Shit, the juice is loose. The juice is loose, baby. Hell, the juice is gone. His ass has took all his social media off. He took it all off. He's like, it's crazy. He took it all off. He vanished. He pulled a ninja move. He's gone. He's done. Big up from Scotland. Love the vids. Keep them coming. Jammy Dodger 1987. Thank you very much. I will do exactly that. Smooth Will. People on the non-channel really making excuses for Wilder working. Oh, Smooth Will. Oh, I'm surprised that somebody over there actually made a video of him twerking. But I ask people, that's just shit. Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Dancers, if you're a professional dancer, that's the only way that's kind of acceptable. The only problem is you haven't seen a professional dancer. Like when I mean professional dancers, people that Omarion, all them stomp the yard motherfuckers, like, you've been served cats. They do that shit. Tight eyes, you know what I'm saying? Those guys will do that type of shit. Twerk squad. You know what I mean? Like they do that because a lot of times you have crumping and you have clowning. Those are dances, and they do that within dances and some, variations. But the problem is, wow, fucking boxer. So you rarely see a crumper or a clowner, because that's clowning, not crumping. Crumping's a different, But clowning is a situation, that could be involved in, a breakdown of that, You know what I mean? Yeah, the stomp the yard motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I love the movie, but I love the movie if I want to see somebody dance, not fight. But I guess people are showing, other attributes and other gifts, other gifts that, you can twerk and such, So it's like, I don't know. It wasn't no battle dancing. That was more like a chant. It was more like a, it was just some, it was just some shit. He was like, he was exploiting. He was expressing. That was his expressing thing. But yeah, I got to check that out. The Fanon twerk. I got to know what he says about it. Because again, the only people that I know that dance like that, and they don't have to be homosexuals though. I mean, they're just dancers who are professional fucking dancers. They get paid to dance in videos of musical artists, shit like that. Professional dancers, all the people that used to go on Soul Train, and like a lot of people don't know Soul Train. They had the dancers on Soul Train. I know because I was in what was it? American Soul, which I was a character in that. I drove the bus. So before that they had the bus going from tour to tour in different places, and they were professional dances. They didn't have really dances like that, really, but still, they were dances. So it's not the most masculine shit. I get it, but it is what it is. So basically, you're saying a man around his family and kids and wife, he can't entertain them. Yeah, he can. Yeah, he can. Who said he couldn't? He wouldn't fucking battling nobody. Pac-Man ATL _ Tate. What I was saying was this cat, a lot of times people identify twerking with feminine tendencies. So no, I didn't say he couldn't. That's exactly what he was doing. That's exactly what he was doing. It was a lap dance for Niecy. Who the hell is Niecy? I'm assuming that's his wife. Scance Rants. The Manchester mustache is a fool. Scance Rants. If you don't stop the madness, I refuse to believe you. It is true. Oh God. Fanon doesn't think much of it. He says that they've been tearing Wilder down before this. I mean, look. The thing is, when Wilder made that comment about having kids, I didn't report that shit. You know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, that's some shit. He just, that's some other shit. Had nothing to do with boxing. Like Aaron Morales, that's gay as fuck. Okay, that's his opinion. You know, so it is what it is. I mean, what do you think? But here's my thing. What I'm saying is, and it's sort of a defense, but it's a reality. It's real. It's real. It's realistic. You have professional dancers that do those type of moves. They don't have to be gay to do those type of. You don't have to be a fucking dancer to do those type of moves. You know what I mean? But what it appears it isn't masculine. So don't be surprised if someone comes at you and says, "Hey, what's up, fruitcake?" Right? So it is what it is. Kurt, did you see Chavez Jr.? No. What happened to Chavez Jr.? What's going on with him? Real men don't do that. Wilder wants a baby on this record. Kurt, do you think who is the heavyweight division that could beat Fury? Mark, he just has to fight him. The top three fighters got to fight him. Look what happened to Joshua. Okay, Joshua got beat. Why? Because Joshua was in there with a guy that had quick hands, short, and was determined. How many other fighters are like that? That's the thing. That's why I don't want to see another Wilder and Fury. I know it's a contractual agreement. I don't want to hear the excuses. The reason I don't want to see it is because we already saw it before. Let's get a Wilder Joshua. Let's get a Fury Joshua. Let's get a Joshua Ortiz. Let's get an Ortiz White. Let's get a White Fury. Let's get something we never seen before. Let's do that. Let's get that. Let's get a Dubois Ortiz, a Dubois Wilder, right? Shit, let's get a Miller. Well, fuck, I don't think we'll ever see Miller, because Miller just fucked himself all the way up. All the way up. So it is what it is. Usyk or Hunter would cause Fury a few headaches. Okay, Usyk or Hunter, and I get that. Why? Because of the styles. Both of these guys are shorter, but they're quick. They're quick, sharp guys. I think more Usyk. Usyk beat Hunter, but guess what? Hunter just didn't go down. I mean, it was a slick fight for a while until Usyk just put the pressure on him. He gave him the angles. He put the pressure on Hunter, and Hunter really, he couldn't keep up with Usyk's punch output. And if we look at someone like Usyk, and I'm going to say this again, I don't think it's a rumor. I think this is true. Vladimir Klitschko was in a media workout. This is back when he was fighting. Okay, this shit was like a couple years ago or anything. Anytime out of he was still fighting, and they had Usyk in there, sparring to make Vlad look good, but Usyk made him look fucked up. He gave him something and he embarrassed Vlad, and Vlad kicked his ass out. Because Vlad, those guys like that, they're not accustomed to losing. And especially if this is supposed to be an opportunity for Vlad to look good. And then you have someone, somebody like Usyk, a southpaw that's awkward, that can throw punches from different angles. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you somebody else that was like that gave the Klitschko's problems. Chris Bird. Okay. Chris Bird wasn't a tall heavyweight. He might have been 6'2". Matter of fact, he was shorter than Usyk. Okay. But he got a win on one of the Klitschko brothers. Fact. But how did he do it? He did it by using his feet, his size, his speed, his angles, right? His elusiveness. He did that. And Usyk probably will. So I do agree with that comment. They probably can give Fury problems because Fury's used to being the fastest person in the ring, right? I want to see Usyk get hit by a real heavyweight. Well, Aaron, You might get that real damn soon. You know, because he's going to go in there and fight Chisora. It's just you hope Chisora is in the right type of he's in the right type of condition, right? Don't defend that shit, Kurt. Defend what shit? Let's get Mike Tyson. Oh God, Usyk needs to show me something at heavyweight. Otherwise, I don't care for him. He needs He needs to fight. He definitely needs a fight. I wanted to see him with that Tyrone Sprung guy. You remember him? And he's supposed to tested positive for some shit. He was like 14-0, like I think 10 knockouts or some shit like that. That's what I wanted to see. Another undefeated fighter. You know? Usyk can outpunch any of the heavyweight division. It's just if he can take a proper punch. He has been down before at cruiserweight. Well, Mr. Brown, that's how it might go down. You know? And that might be the story of Usyk. Usyk probably can outbox these boxers. But what happens when he gets hit? I think that tells the whole story. I think that tells the rest of the story. Because for the most part, I see him outboxing these heavyweights. But when he gets caught with these heavyweights, when these heavyweights adjust and put pressure on him, put their size on him, starts really, you know, cracking and throwing shots, and he can't, you know, you can't block all of them. What happens then? What is Jarrell Miller doing? Nicholas King, I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's probably eating burgers. He's feeling like shit, obviously. The type of shit way you feel when you can't go online to explain to your followers that this is what happened. He shut his shit down, people, because of shame. He was shamed. That's why look, you never seen him like this. He knows there's no explanation now. I fucked up. I don't have to explain something that's already understood, Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? Because that's exactly what it is. You know, he fucked up. Like Bill Duke, the Menace to Society. You know you done fucked up, don't you? You know you done fucked up, don't you? You know you done fucked up, don't you? Yeah, he's fucked up. I mean, it's nothing. He can't even explain it. As much shit as Jarrell Miller talk, he's a loss for words. That's why he shut down his social media account. He canceled the page, Aaron. He canceled the page. I went looking for the shit. It says this page cannot be displayed. Now you can't even find it. Wow. It's crazy, man. It is crazy as shit. Kurtz, what's going on with Ryan Garcia's ass? What's going on with Ryan Garcia? Most importantly, what's going on with Chavez Jr.? What happened? Miller's wife pissed she got to be in the Honda for the rest of her life, and he's going to return that lease Phantom to the dealer. Yeah, it's fucked up, gentlemen gang. It's bad, man. I don't know what to tell you, because you know they're going to want that money back. I want all the fucking proceeds. I want all the petty cash. He has to pay it back, son of a bitch. Chavez danced in heels. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? Chavez was dancing in heels. Oh, fuck. You know who I feel? I don't know, man. Whatever, dude. You know, George, curse that meme. Is Pac versus Triple G going to happen? Man, I don't think so. Thunder Productions. Chavez was in some high heels doing spins. Damn, for real? Damn. Well, hey, I'll say this. You didn't fucking see Deontay Wilder in a dress, did you? Didn't see him in fucking heels, did you? Was he wearing a dress? Because I haven't. Hold on, let me check this out because this shit's starting to. Man, maybe he's fucked up. Okay, hey, Oscar De La Hoya was though. Hold on. If we gonna talk about one, we gotta talk about them all. Oscar De La Hoya ass was in fucking fishnets, black pantyhose, pumps, wig, fucking lingerie. This motherfucker was in lingerie. You know the same. Yeah, I just want to fight. Yeah, I'm Oscar De La Hoya. That guy. So maybe he was fucked up. I mean, De La Hoya been on drugs and shit, but and oh god, don't is this motherfucker wearing a? Oh, that's bad. Let me see. I don't. It ain't cracked the internet, so I haven't seen it yet. Hold on, let me see. Um. Pumps. Okay. I don't see it anywhere. They might have snatched it off. Somebody sent a link. Oh man. Chavez Senior tweeted people needed. Shit, hold on a second. Let's see. Gotta go. Okay. All right. Ryan was supposed to fight Linares, but dropped out. Now Oscar's going ham. All right, right. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, yeah. De La Hoya was running for president, That's what he's talking about, 2020 election. Chavez Jr. dancing in women's shoes. Well, I mean, that shit's a long time ago here. I don't see anything about it. I can't find anything, but fuck it. I mean, how hard do you want to look Chavez to be in fucking drag? So, I hope when Wilder retires, he starts selling weighted costumes. This shit's crazy. Okay, let's see. Fuck. Google Chavez tick TPC. Let's see. TBC said the drug can be in the system for 18 months. Well, that's all. Well, fuck. If that's all it look, he got busted, people. Let's kill it because Jarrell Miller knew. There's no way you can be. No, he canceled his. He canceled his shit. Um, seriously speaking, people, I'm really worried about Jarrell Miller because if he did something dumb, he thought he could get away with it. He didn't. It was stupid as fuck. But if he canceled his social media He might be in a very dark place right now. You know what I mean? So, a lot of people can't take pressure like that, especially, you know, pressure that they bring on themselves. He took 30 million flat for the first Ruiz plus a percentage of UK pay-per-view. Chris Smith, hey dude, not seeing you on your stream for a while. Well, welcome, Chris Smith. Counterpunch to you. That build up with Big Baby and AJ was the best thing since Mayweather versus McGregor build up. AJ revealed himself as a landlord, and AJ became the bad guy, cussing out Miller immediately. He became out of his character. I admit that, AJRX, but I wouldn't call him the bad guy. But I think if they're, I think that if anything, I don't think Anthony Joshua was the good guy. He was just more like the other guy. You know, heard out of all the belts, which one should be eliminated? I say the IBO. I say the IBO too. It holds no weight. Nobody gives a shit about it. For that reason, it should go. Absolutely. Not happy Eddie putting White on pay per view in his garden. Yeah, that is crazy, Mr. Brown. That's some crazy shit. But of course, I got the zone, so I don't give a shit. As long as he fights, as long as he don't come in there looking like a fucking lord of shit, you know. Oh, he's on the redemption list. A lot of people like, oh, you're I don't know if whoever's, oh, you're protecting White. I don't see anybody that was protected on the redemption list. I'm sorry. That motherfucker's on the redemption list because he came in, he should have came into shape. He made that same mistake last year where he came in or he wasn't prepared to fight certain fighters and certain opportunities. He couldn't fight because his ass was out of shape. So that tells you that he gets way out of his element when he's not training. He's just a regular fat, big dude, you know? Which he's supposed to be one of the best heavyweights around. So why should he fucking be eating and get out of shape like that? That's shitty, you know? Oh, this motherfucker. Yeah, he's probably fucking high. I see this shit when he's walking around. Big, tall motherfucker, too. It's fucking disgusting. Whatever, dude. I just saw the Chavez Jr., someone sent it to me. Shouts out to you. John Warrior, B sample. Coleman his airpiece. Same with Canelo, who signed like 300 million DAZN contract. Addiction is a bitch. Some people can't shake it. Cisco Perez, that motherfucker look, if anything, look at the hair and shit. I know he's been a kind of wild dude, but I think that's sins for the sins of the father, man, because I think, he's had his problems with drug abuse. He's tested positive for weed, and that's only on the shit that they caught him with, right? They just caught weed in the system. Ain't no telling that don't matter what he once had in his system. Could have had coke and X and meth and all types of shit and fucked up opioids and stuff. They don't stay in your system long. They're just so deadly while they're in your system. And the long-term effects will get your ass out of here quick. So canceling your social media is also known as going dark. So he might be in a dark place psychologically. AJRX, you're right. I just mentioned that. I mean, it might be a situation where, If you do that, especially coming from such an outwardly social person like Jarrell Miller posts something like at least once a day or once every 2 days, 3 times a week. He posts something about something. He was around where the Black Lives Matter and all this was going on. He was a very visible for that, very active in what was going on. And now he tests positive. Then he's like, "Fuck," So, Kurt, do you believe you can develop punching power in 6 months to knock out Wilder or is Wilder chin questionable? Gentlemen's game. Ask yourself this question. What did Wilder get hit with when Ortiz hurt him? A right hook. Caught him with a right hook. Wilder buckled. Now Wilder made a weird statement after that, after he beat him. He came back and he beat him. But he said that Ortiz couldn't punch. So it's like, okay, well, damn, if you can't punch, what's the problem? Why did he buckle you? So I think it's who he gets hit with, and I think maybe he didn't see the punch. Wilder didn't. But I think what really makes Wilder look bad at this point is because himself claimed Fury to be a pillow puncher, and you let your trainer stop you from taking punches from this pillow puncher. So it is rather humiliating. Super chat. Truth Hurts 18. At this point, they just need to accept he's a roider and put him in the ring with other roiders. He can't train without it. He can't. Truth hurts. It does. It sure does hurt. Truth Hurt 18. Counterpunch to you. I don't think that anybody would want to fuck with him after this. Think about it. Who would really want to take a risk with Jarrell Miller after this? He was fucking with the Zone. Then he went over to ESPN. What's left? There's nothing really left. He can try to go to the PBC, join, Ruiz and Wilder and them, Martin, Effie Ajagba. But I don't know. I don't know if Al would want to even, because Al's smart. Al's not a fucking idiot. He don't care what color you are. You know what I mean? You don't produce the color which is most important, green, because you're fucking up. You can't even get a fight. You're jeopardizing everything. You're fucking it up for everybody. I don't see Al Heyman fucking with Jarrell Miller. But of course, this is things pass in time or whatever. Jarrell Miller, how old is Jarrell Miller now? 88. So he's what, 32? No, 31. He'll be 32 next month. So, he's pissing a lot of his time away, but I guess he's not, because he thinks that he had to cheat, he had to drug, he had to juice to make himself loose. He had to be that type of person to get in there, to make a difference, to succeed, right? To win. He needed something. He needed that extra. That's what he needed. Orlando Garcia, I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Glovegate is still funny, in my opinion. Very entertaining. PC Jacob, mine too, because it just shows you that people are just convinced. Like, there's no way that Tyson Fury beat Wilder fair and square. Nobody will want to fight Miller. I mean, who would want to? But here's the thing. Miller, if you guys remember, Joe Joyce called out Miller, and he wanted a tune-up. So he had to he had to cheat on his tune-up. The guy that he was fighting was his fucking tune-up. It's crazy, man. Oh, he didn't want to fight those guys, because I know. And it made me scratch my head like, okay, why does Jarrell Miller want to pass up a fight with Joe Joyce? And his excuse is, I need a tune-up. Why would you need a tune-up? Dude, you need a fight. You ain't fought since Bogdan Dinu. Okay? It's crazy. Orlando Garcia, Blue Blood Sports TV ain't gonna let go of that shit. He ain't letting go. You know, the LDBC, he ain't gonna let go of that shit because that's the narrative they're pushing. They got to push that out. Now they got new pictures that I know for a fact the Photoshop. If you guys looked at that channel, if you guys see, matter of fact, I'm gonna show you the image that's going around that channel. Okay. And the image, it looks, look, when I saw it, I was like, damn, that looks fucked up. Okay. Let me show you guys. I've shown you guys in the video. I'm gonna show you again. Look at this. This is the image. If you guys can see, that's the image that's going around right now. You see the grooves in there? That's like an indentation of knuckles, right? And then you see the other picture of it in the backdrop, right? That's another picture of what it is, okay? Now, I had to see that fight today because I was like, dude, if his knuckles look like that coming in, the motherfucker was cheating, right? I mean, you know, I don't care what channel you are. It's just certain channels say certain things and you know where they're coming from. But if you actually have some legitimate reason, right? It is getting tiresome. It is. Catacore. Forgive me. But it has to be counterpunched. If it's something they have like, hey, this happened and look at this, right? You got to look at it, you know. But this is the picture of Tyson Fury, right? That's his picture. Now look at his glove. Do you see the grooves in that fucking glove anywhere? Do you see that? You don't see grooves. Look at that shit. You see no grooves. You see smooth, right? But you don't see those groove indentions. So that was the other big thing. The resurrection. Glove Gate resurrected. You know, the myth. Let's read. Shout out to you from London, brother. Crazy that this fight is still talking about to this day. It is crazy. People can't stand the fact Fury beat Wilder, so they're clapping at all kind of straws. I got into it with a dude who got your same channel name, bro. I came at him, but I lost the battle. But we winning the war because this channel is a shit. Okay. Are you talking about Counterpunch Boxing? Now there is a cat named Channel Punch Boxing. His channel started about a year after mine, about a year and a half after mine. You know, and it's one of those kind of like faceless accounts. It's a guy that, you know, has a bunch of images and shit. You don't know who the fuck you're talking to, you know, but he talks boxing. He's a Triple G fan, real Triple G fan. I don't, you know, I've heard him a few times. He sent a message to me one time and he was like, yeah, you got a nice channel name. And I'm like, yeah, you do too. And then I started thinking about it because somebody was coming on my channel saying, hey man, you bit your name off of this other channel. I'm like, that's bullshit. Because I didn't bite my name off of shit. And if it's anything, it's you know, it's coincidental, if anything. But my channel started a year and a half before his. So if it's anybody, I don't even know if he done that, but you know, yeah, that this is the wrong channel. You know, this is not that channel. You know, so how can someone's channel be the same as yours? Is that legal? Well, it's not. His channel is Counterpunch Boxing. Mine is Counterpunch Boxing News. So it's not the same exact channel or whatnot, but you know, it's a similar wording. But my shit was here first. So if that was a problem on down the line, he would have to change his shit because mine was already up and running before his was ever thought of. So those are facts, you know, because people were sending me inboxes to my Counterpunch Boxing News Facebook page, and they were saying, oh man, I like that new Triple G video. I'm like, what Triple G video? I didn't make a Triple G video lately. and they were like, well, this isn't you. And they sent me the page. That's how I knew and found out who it was. And in fact, some chick from somewhere was trying to solicit herself. She was like, oh, I love your channel. You're so hot. And you're sending me nakeds and shit. I'm like, what? I didn't even make this channel. She was like, wait, it's not you. I'm like, no, but thanks for the fucking intel. You know what I mean? Thanks for the images. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. Shit was hilarious, man. Oh yeah, I told him straight up, you biting Kurt's channel. Well, I don't know if he's biting it or not. I just know my shit was first. So for all shits and giggles, I'm gonna start calling a channel called Counterpunch Slapboxing. Okay. Yeah, that's some old school shit when you was young. And he suggested he changed his name. I mean, I could care less. I just don't want people saying that I'm copying him or some shit, because that's not the case at all. I bet Kurt loved them picks. Boxing Finesse. I mean, they were all right. You know what I mean? But I was wondering, like, what the hell? Like, what's the deal? Cohen's Harry. Go look at Kurt's thumbnail for his Fury White video. You'll see grooves in the Fury glove. Yeah. Scant rants. That's what I'm saying. The grooves in the gloves, there are images going around, right? I just saw look, watch the video. Scant rants. Just watch the fight again and see if you see those same grooves that you see in them images. And if you see those same grooves or images, please send them to me and show them to me. Send them to me. Because I watched today through that whole 7 rounds to see if any of those times that glove represented the grooves that those images are portraying now. You know what I'm saying? And you got to ask yourself this question. Why are they just now popping up? Why are you just now seeing images now of Fury's ridged ass gloves that didn't look like it had some? It looked like a Luis Resto glove, the way they're making it look, right? But you got to remember something. That wasn't the first thing they accused him of. The first thing they accused him of, that his hand wasn't properly in the glove. They didn't say it was shit in it. So they're going from one thing that they were so sure about to another thing that they're so sure about to another thing that they're so sure about now. It's bullshit. And I looked at that. And again, I'll give someone a fair shake. I don't care what channel it is. I will listen to it. But I seen that dude. I seen Tyson Fury's glove. It didn't have those grooves in it. So anybody can take any picture and modify it these days, people. You can do that shit with shades. And if you guys, one of my favorite movies is Rising Sun. Wesley Snipes and Sean Connery, right? Thierry Carré. I love you, Thierry Carré. But it just showed you, this was like in 92 or 93, that you can alter certain things. So what you think you see, that's not real. It's not true. Kurt, your thumbnail had grooves. It wasn't just as pronounced as Tanigo's pick. That's where it came from. Scant rants. That's what I'm telling you. I wanted people to see that image so I can show them the difference from the image that they're portraying versus the image that it is. Underrated. It absolutely is very underrated. Boxing. Rising Sun. I love that movie. Love it. Kurt, I actually get your logic. I'll go back and watch the fight. Yeah, because see, I had to watch Scant Rants. I had to watch that shit because I was convinced. Because I was looking at it like, whoa, shit, if that's what it looks like, people. Look, let me show you this shit. Because if it looked like that, I know what tampered gloves look like. And I watched that fight, and actually, sometime this week, I'm going to go live, and it was a lot of illegal shit from both fighters now. Both fighters that, like, the hitting behind the head and shit like that, both of them did that same shit. If anything, those guys both fouled each other doing the same shit because Fury headlocked him. He hit him behind the head. Wilder, I think he punched behind the head because he didn't really know what else to do. Because by the time Fury got his punches off, Fury was already close to him and wrapping him up. Okay, so it's one of those things. But I was convinced too, and I had to watch that shit. And I was like, look, let me just watch that shit myself. And I watched it on YouTube, and I did not see. Now I seen that glove was a small. It looked like a smaller glove, like he barely put his fucking hands in it. But I didn't see no grooves in there. I didn't see no grooves. So, Andreas Martin, what's up? Counterpunch to you. Pat Man, all I see, we have a Wilder fan in here. I mean, Wilder fans are welcome, you know? You know what I mean? Like, Wilder's not a bad guy. It's just, look, the truth about Wilder is Wilder has fans. He has fans and he has haters. Okay, so whichever side of the fence you on, me, I criticize him, but I like to think of myself as constructive criticizing him. I don't just go like, for example, Floyd Mayweather Sr. called the man trash. I wouldn't call the man, wow, trash, dude. I mean, that's below the belt, Skrilla 50, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. But, I'm not going to go do that. But I can break down the reasons why he said what he said, right? I can counterpunch that and try to, realize, okay, what happened? With all this glove gate, you never went back to analyze it for yourself. But no, I had to do that because I had to let me look at this shit, because I don't remember those gloves looking like that. But back to this. We want to hear about the Wilder twerking video. Jesse 972. I mean, he was twerking. He was twerking like this shit was from 2 Live Crew 1990. You know what I mean? So, yeah. For all the Latin people in the house, you had a channel back in the day, because I grew up in Miami, Louisiana and Miami, but Miami, you had a channel called HTV, El Poder de la Música, right? Well, you had like Orga Tañón and a lot of these known Latin singers, they had dancers. And those dancers, that reminds me of some of the shit that Wilder was doing. You know what I mean? So that's what it is, So it was like, if you look at like Gloria Estefan, Orga Tañón, right? You're right. Cosmic Rasa, right? If you look at those dances and the way they would dance, a lot of those, they look like professional. They were professional dancers. That's what they were. But you would think, if you look at those videos, you go back and look at those videos, and you say like, whoa, okay, and you've seen, these professional dancers dancing in these videos, these music videos, and a lot of them were filmed in Miami, but yeah, that's what that's what it reminds me of. I can understand people saying, oh shit, Deontay Wilder, twerking and shit. That's what it looked like. That's the first thing I thought of. He's just a big, tall motherfucker that's doing it. Check out my boxing channel. I just done a video on Big Baby Miller, CBC Boxing. Jarrell Miller, man, I tell you. I don't know what to say about him. I think he's probably mentally wrecked. He knows he's fucked. He has nothing to say because he snatched that capability away by taking down his page. All right. Ted Collins, good day, boxing geeks. Hope all is well. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Let's see. Wilder was channeling his Beyonce. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's Wilder be his best self. Dante Boxing Nation edited Fury's glove to make a new video. They are all bad losers. That's the only thing. Wilder has. Let's see. Hardcore, you're right. I didn't rewatch the Wilder fight too much. It wasn't a good day. It was look. I was surprised too when Wilder. When Wilder. Um, when Wilder lost, I was in fucking shock. I didn't think it was going to happen that way. You know, I was fucking wasted and all, but I was still like, dude, what the fuck? I'm thinking this is what it was. Where's my car? Let's see. Oh yeah, Kurt just wanted to say that you showed us in the video that Miller's IG page is empty, but then I checked later and it doesn't even have his account. No, it doesn't. Andreas Martin, it does not. That shit, it's gone. Like I told you guys, it's fucking gone. And I think what happened when he found out, he just like, fuck it, let me get off of here because I know people are just really gonna, roast me. They're gonna rain on my ass. So let me just, take away that capability because his shit was gonna be blown up. Chris Smith, loving the chat. Feels like I'm finally allowed my mates round. Thank you, Chris Smith, for the counterpunch, man, and for the super chat. Man, we're here talking boxing. But I just hope, I know Jarrell Miller's done something really stupid. Like, bruh. Bruh. But, one of those things, man. It's just, I hope he just doesn't, do something dumb or stupid or more stupid. Let's say that. Do you believe something was off with Wilder that threw his performance off with Fury off? I watched it again and I was looking at his temperament. He didn't look right. But then, because you seen he was kind of hunched over. Did you notice that? He was kind of like I don't know what was wrong with him, I don't know. But he didn't look like that to this day. He didn't look like that guy. He didn't look like that at all. Counterpunch from you to the UK. The Natural Club Fitness. Counterpunch to you, Anthony Amachi. Miller has been fighting all his life on PEDs, so why does anyone think he will stop now? Obviously, we don't now. I mean, look, I'm shocked just because, he did what he did now. But then I guess not. I mean, you look, it goes like this. You fool me once, shame on you. You fool me twice, shame on me. In this case, shame on us. Because we expected this guy to change. I made a bad call. I'm dying inside. I made a mistake. Remember that? Because he apologized to everybody on his, and now he had a chip on his shoulder about it because he knocked a drink out of a fan's hands. It was like, "Won't you stop cheating?" And he slapped the drink out of his hands and shit. He's like, "Show respect, show respect, show respect, show respect. I'll break your goddamn face." So I guess we can't do that again, man. I wonder now that how much time does it take that Miller's going to show his face? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think boxing will permanently ban anyone. Well, if they do, a lot of people should be gone or would be gone. I'll say that. And if that case, rest in peace, Big Pharma Miller. James, bitch. Oh, Cade Ishmael. When AJ lost, people were clowning him. Now Wilder loses, and it can't be legit. Well, I mean, well, look. Okay, to be fair though, um, maybe Miller had a stay at Canelo's house. Oh man, counterpunch to you, man. Nupe, who do you think will win in the third fight between Wilder and Fury? Nupe, I have no idea. I would go for Fury just because Fury showed him that he wasn't scared, showed him that he can beat him, and he most importantly showed him that he could hurt him. So yeah, look, Nupe, I think that I think if you were going to bet, it would be on you would bet on Fury, but if the odds are in his favor, you wouldn't get any money. So if you were an aggressive bettor, you bet on Wilder to knock him out because everybody thinks Wilder's just done. But I think Fury would get him. But then again, this is boxing, people. It might be another fucking draw, right? Let's say we have a couple knockdowns and Wilder don't have the excuse of his legs. He comes in stronger and all that shit. And then, fight's pretty competitive or whatever. You got a knockdown and, Wilder catches him with a knockdown and all that. Because obviously by this point, as of now, we're not convinced that Wilder can knock out Fury. I mean, he hit him with his hardest punch. He hit Fury with his hardest punch he probably ever hit anybody with in the 12th round. So Ali, I agree with you with one thing, Kurt, and that is that Wilder didn't look like, as always, in some ways. He didn't have that crazy aura around him when he was in the ring. I don't know what the hell was wrong with Wilder. I'm not a hypocrite. I mean, he didn't look the same. Like if you look at that fight again, he didn't look the same. But how much of that was due to the fact that he got hurt in the beginning of that fight? He got caught with something that he probably didn't see. He didn't think Fury was going to hit him with that punch. I don't think he thought Fury was going to stand up to the right hands he hit him with. So it could have been a psychological thing with Wilder. Like, I hit this bitch a couple times. And like I've told you guys, Wilder was able to do something in the second fight a lot sooner than he could in the first. So Wilder was better in the rematch. It's just that Fury was better than he was in their first fight. He was just better than him on that night. But I think this Wilder was better than the Wilder that showed up in December of 2018. But it is what it is. But no, he didn't look right, honestly. Exposaholic, that picture you showed of Fury's glove in the 6, that glove is dented and you can hardly see it because the glare of the light. But see, you have the glare of the light, Exposaholic. So you would see those grooves. You see what I'm saying? Like, look at those grooves. Go and watch that fight. Pause that shit. You don't see those grooves. These are fucking indentions. Okay, you would have saw one fucking crease at least. You didn't see any of that. Any man to move his arse like Wilder is definitely getting something put up his rear end. Telling you, I wouldn't have read that. He can't afford to be worn down again. No, he can't. Costume excuse won't work. No. Stop the BS. He hate them. Nicholas King, the pressure of having a draw, which a lot of people think Fury won. Okay. T solid. Wilder barely won the first fight. Why are we surprised he lost in the second? Probably because of the way he lost. People didn't think he was just going to get beat up like that, honestly. Look at all I'm saying is he licked his blood, no saying I'd fight him again. He did lick his blood. That was some freaky, nasty shit. Ugh. You know what I mean? Fucking vampire. Wilder barely. Okay, let's see. Michael Buffour. I hear that it takes 18 months for the substance to disappear. Do you think that it's the same banned substance from AJ? Look, if Jarrell Miller had the same substance in his body, there would be no reason for him to leave his account like he did. He deleted his shit. No. Mm-mm. But I mean, if he was smart enough, he could have, that's the shit I took from last time. Cheeseburgers. Wilder sitting back waiting for Tyson Fury to come and punch him. Wilder, okay, let's see. Brit MK2. First fight, Fury was out of shape so hard it used it going forward and use it going forward. Eric Davies. Wilder got caught out by a top 10. He's avoided all his career. I mean, that could be the narrative. I mean, you look at fighters like that hasn't really been tested. And then when they get tested, it's always some type of, like Ortiz, he was so old. Stavern really wasn't that good. Everybody else was shit. Dominic Brazil, he already got beat, but Brazil was a tough contender. But I mean, he was slow. Like Anthony Joshua. Yeah, Deontay Wilder, he's fighting my leftovers. Yeah. Do you think AJ is on PEDs or is he natural? You know what? CBC Boxing. I don't know. I don't know if I know one thing. He put on weight that he didn't supposed to have, that a boxer doesn't supposed to have. He learned that shit quick. We have 250 on the chat. Everyone hit the like button for me. Will you? Say for the super chat, bro, but such a boring question. Catacor AJ is not on PED. Stop it. My thing is, if you never caught someone on PED, just, you can't say they were ever, you have to test positive for something, regardless of what you hear, regardless of what's rumored. You have to catch a person, because there's enough people getting busted. Julian Lewis, yo, Kurt, hell, counterpunch to you, brother. If Stavern wasn't that good, why Povetkin caught using steroids when he was scheduled to fight him? That's a good question. But Povetkin though was a drug cheat anyway. he was using it. I mean, now to be fair, it's a substance that he was using that wasn't on the banned substance list, became on the banned substance list. Then he was tested positive for it after that fact. So yeah, he was doing some shit, but it just shows you a lot of these fighters do things for edges. They do it. They do shit that if they're sure it's not on the banned substance list, they're going to use it as some type of supplement, thinking it's going to give them an edge. It may or may not. If anything, it gives you a mental edge to know, hey, I'm faster, I'm sharper because I'm doing this shit to help me get an edge physically. So mentally, I think it's better than anything else. AJ has a big build. It runs in his family. You should see his dad. Yeah, his dad's big. He does, he's not, I think Joshua is probably 10 years before his time weight-wise. I think the way Joshua came into that ring in June is probably the way he should look when he's 40. Okay. I think he's put on too much weight for his age and especially for his profession and his performances. You only seen ridges because they were tangled up and the pressure from the glove pressing up against other object. What other object, though? Is Sposeaholic? He was just fucking holding his hand. What are you talking about? Anyway. He's holding the glove like this. You know what I mean? Like, what is it pressed up against? The way they had it, they had the same. They had the same hand, and it had ridges in the shit. Kurt, who do you got? Loma or Tail? Don't disappoint me. Look, I like Tail. I think Tail has the power to knock out Loma. just because Linares caught Loma and put him on the seat of his ass. I think he can wobble Loma and hurt him. But will he catch Loma like that with those punches? I don't think that he can. But this is what I will say. Teofimo has said there are 4 different ways to beat Lomachenko. So if he doesn't beat Lomachenko, it's going to be worse for him because he said it was so fucking easy. You know? KO by KO. You know, I think that's the only way he beats Lomachenko. He knocks him out. He stops that machine. You know, he ends the matrix. He has to knock his ass out. Because if he doesn't, you know, Loma's been in so many different situations with different fighters. It's not like Teofimo is a tall fighter like Linares was, you know, or like Campbell was, you know, or the Puerto Rican fighter he fought. I forget his name right now, but those guys were taller than him. So it was much more challenging. Teofimo's eye level with this guy. And matter of fact, I think Loma's taller than Teofimo, you know, so he won't have those type of disadvantages going in there with someone like Teofimo. Okay. If Lomachenko beats Lopez, it's his best win, in my opinion. Well, he needs to fight. If he fights Lopez, let's get his ass in there with Davis, and then let's get him in there with Haney. I can send you a picture of Fury's glove caved in before the fight started. Okay, great. And I seen the picture of those gloves, by the way. You know, now they didn't look they didn't look like they had a lot of padding here. They didn't, like I explained in the video. Kind of who you got, Tank or Loma? Think it's too early for Haney? I think he'll catch him. Glovegate isn't a thing. Brit M2 MK2 Tio getting schooled. Let's see here. Lopez is different. Lopez is different power. I think Lopez has the power. If he catches him, I think he'll level him. You know, the long mother sucker. You know, people think that until they get into, you know, like Walters and I wanted to see Donaires' Lomachenko for some reason, but you know. Okay, why did BFTB say that about you on his live, man? I don't know who the hell is BFTB? I don't know who that is. I have no idea who that is. Now we know Miller broke David Tua's record for the most thrown punches in a fight. Oh, okay. Oh, Titus, yeah. He was juicing, man. Okay, if that was AJ and Fury, you would have been blasting Fury whole career. If that was AJ and Fury, you would be blessed. AJ and Fury, what? BFTB. Who the fuck is that? I don't know who that is. I don't know who BFTB is from the LDBC. I don't know who that is. So, you know, Benavidez will beat both of the Charlos, but lose to Canelo. I don't know, Romy Rangel, because Canelo has a strong chin. He has one of those Superman chins. Benavidez is a problem for Canelo. He throws a lot of punches. I think Lomachenko is one of the best boxers today. He has too much skill and footwork, and he has power. I'm not Lalao Mango fan, but I think he's pound for pound. BFTB sounds like an old ex suegra drunk. I don't know who that is. I have no idea who that is. I don't know the guy from the LDBC. I never heard of him. So never heard of the dude. But he said you a fraud that buys subscribers from an app and said you zero boxing IQ. I have no fucking idea what he's talking about. And I don't buy jack shit. I ain't got time to buy jack shit from anybody. You know, everybody that comes here, it's either love, hate, they subscribe, whatever. Remember, I told you Wilder versus Fury would be on Fox. Yeah, you did. You did say that. But you do understand the reason why it's on Fox, because Showtime didn't want to put the shit on Showtime. That's a fact. That is a fact. Remember, okay, let's see. How come Davis wouldn't fight Loma, but Teal is going to? David over there. Roman. Davis is being protected. They're trying to figure out what they're going to do with Davis. They might move him up to 140. He's fighting little Santa Cruz at 130. They just want to make him a star without him fighting anybody. So it is what it is. Counterpunch everyone that excuses AJ of pads. They are the first on pads. Yeah, that's fucked up. Ned Gustavo, what was said about Kurt on the live stream? Okay, messes it up, not Canelo. Let's see. BT, I never heard of the dude. Honestly, never heard of him at all. So I'm just first time me hearing about whatever, BT something. BFTB. I cannot listen to B. I don't even know who the fuck that is. BFTB. What is this? I'm trying to think. Okay, he's a Wilder guy. Oh, wait. I have heard of this dude. That's the little fucking dude that always fucks with Ring IQ. Little bitty dude. Yeah. Always mad and shit all the time. I've never seen any of his videos, but I have saw I saw what was it? I saw a Ring IQ video of him, and then him going back and forth with Ring IQ. And he was just saying like shit, like he's an angry little motherfucker, like the motherfucker's like a little badger, a little mad, mean motherfucker, a little ornery motherfucker, I do not like this whole ass nigga. He's talking about AJ. He's fucking up Undisputed. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? He's just get in the ring and fight. Kurt, how do I get a t-shirt, brother? Go to my Facebook page or my account, or inbox me off of Instagram. I'll get you one. They're like $20. Yeah. Color, size, and all that stuff. And I'll send one out to you. That shit is entertaining. Obviously, talking about hitting women is obvious, but people say dumb shit talking about being funny. Andy Ruiz Jr. McDonald's. Told you that 1 year before the fight, but here goes some more inside info. White won't get his title shot until February 2022. Oh, I believe that shit. Oh, Exposaholic, I believe that. I believe it. Kurt, how about you send me one of those chicks with the t-shirt? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice. Kurt, do you think Billy Joe Saunders has a great chance against Canelo if he fights? Yeah, I think he does. Eric, I think he does, but here's the thing. Here's the problem. Will he get the nod? If he can beat Canelo, outbox Canelo, will he get the nod? Will hashtag Canelo on points be the narrative in that fight? Fuck how the fight really goes, unless Canelo knocks him out. But, it is what it is. about Big Baby fell into fraud. Hawthorne putting headlines that Sugar Hill gave Tyson Peds. That guy is just an opportunist faking poison. Yeah, they said that's another one. They said Fury was on he was on drugs. They said he was the one juicing, and then the drug test come back. Then nobody was on nothing, him or Wilder. So they had to move along with the next possible uh, uh, um, reason why you know um, you know why Tyson beat him. And it's fucked up, man. Just when I saw that fight, Kurt, how are we gonna see Fury AJ in 2021 or Fury Wilder before? We're gonna see Fury Wilder 3. There's no getting around that. Obviously, if Tyson Fury felt he could do it, he would have tried it already. He would have at least said it, I don't have to fight Wilder. I'll fucking give him money. But he's saying, I won't give him 10,000 pounds, the bloody Dulce. You got a top laugh cheer. Paulus Lynn, counterpunch to you. Any man up crying in his suit. Top Rank will drop, baby. Hell yeah, they're going to drop him. He fucked up. He just started with ESPN. Now look at this. Look at this, people. I want you guys to really understand me and listen. What if Eddie Hearn would have took him again and he did the same shit? Eddie Hearn would have been looking like a fucking dumb piece of stupid shit. Counterpunch. So, yeah, Eddie Hearn was talking shit, but he did it for a good reason. You don't take that. Look at what kind of risk they took on Jarrell Miller, getting him in front of Joshua. I mean, fair play. Jarrell Miller did sell the shit out of that first fight. And I think, Andy Ruiz kind of got in a perfect position because of the fuck up from Jarrell Miller. He got himself in perfect position. He didn't talk as much shit. He was humble. He was quiet. He was satisfied. He was happy, But I think it all blew up at the end. Joshua versus Usyk is a competitive fight. Hell yeah, I think it is. You can see Usyk working those angles and shit, giving Joshua problems, getting under that jab, Hell yeah. Connell Johnson, he sure would have. Please say Floyd and the ref helped Fury win to protect Floyd record. Just keep that in mind. It will all make sense some way. People say Floyd and the ref helped. What? Whoa. People say what? People say Floyd and the ref helped Fury win, protect Floyd record. Keep that in mind. Fuck that. If that was the case, okay, no. I can't ride with that, because I think Kenny Bayless was there. If he had favoritism to anyone, it would have been for Wilder, because he didn't have to take that point away from Fury right then. Why do you think he took that point away from him from when he scored that second knockdown? Because he needed to even that shit up. So in case it did go, and then Wilder lands scores a knockdown himself, it would have been even. It would have been looking like a draw. I think Kenny Bayless is in certain fights to protect certain interests, and I don't think the interest was Tyson Fury at all. I think it was Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder was the guy that was promised a certain bulk of money if in other prize fights. Okay. That's what I always thought. No, I don't think that at all. Now, I think Floyd's happy that he lost, but I think Floyd, he has an agenda in some cases. He didn't want certain fighters to win, but, Joseph Diaz, hey now. Maybe, just maybe, BLM will help Crybaby Miller. Why would they help him? He was just cheating. The ref was helping Wilder, if anything. Absolutely, Catacort. That's what I'm talking about, man. Like you, because look, if he was helping Fury, there would be no point deductions. Think about all those fucking times Wilder whacked him behind the head and he didn't say shit. I don't even know if I have to watch it again. I'm gonna watch it again just to see if how many times Wilder hit Fury on the back behind the head. Now, Fury did hit him. He put him in the arm lock. He roughed him up. Yes, he did those things. But Wilder did that and did those things because he had nothing else to do. I believe that. Size doesn't mean anything. Tyson was a knockout artist when he was 5'10". Okay. Wilder has a metal rod in his hand. Nobody ever brings that up. But I don't think that really makes a big difference, though, honestly. I don't really bring it up to the forefront because I don't think it really matters. Omir, I don't know. Fury, Joshua, I think they're one of the top two. But they all have to fight each other to find out who's who. Fury initiating hit Wilder behind way more. Between 3 and 6, Fury rabbit punch Wilder 30 times with impunity. He hit him behind the head. I saw that. But how many times did Wilder hit him behind the head, Scance Rants? Can you give me a count of how many times that happened? Because one thing's apparent, Scance Rants. If you counted the amount of the amount of times Tyson Fury hit Deontay Wilder behind the head, okay, but didn't count Wilder hitting him behind the head, you're not looking at it the way you should. You're just looking at it one-sided. And if that's the case, that's what you deal with. That's the biasness. That's real. You have to count both. How many times they hit each other? That's why I didn't say, oh, you hit him. I said they both did. They both hit each other with rabbit punches. Then I think Wilder's was just more amplified because Wilder didn't hit him with anything else. Because again, Tyson Fury got his shots off and then wrapped him up. And then it was nothing left but, a struggle, right? And a bear hug, a tug of war. So, dig a grave. Yeah, I mean, you have to count them both. What difference was like? Oh, he did it like Wilder. I didn't count Wilder's, but I counted Fury's. Why? Think about that. Why would you do that? That's one-sided. You know what I mean? It just shows favoritism. Because I know it was more than a few. Okay, so because I just saw that fight today. I just saw that fight, definitely. Count the Fury ones and give grace to the Wilder ones. Wilder would be awesome to see you at the Matchroom Square Garden, Kurt. You not a fancy, a trip over the pond. Yeah. I could see it. I want to interview him. I want to ask him questions that other people want to ask him. Real talk. Not the type of reporter that's going to kiss ass to you, but the type of reporter that's going to ask you legitimate questions because people want to know what you have to say about certain questions being asked. That makes sense. Kurt, it was good to have you here on for a while. Surely looking up for the next live stream. You're nearing their time. Keep up the good work videos because I really like them, but honestly, gotta go. It's 3 a.m. Andreas Martin. All right, brother. Be good. Counter punch to you. David Mason, Usyk is the best heavyweight since Ali. Wow. That has to be determined. I heard that. That's a bold statement. I don't have a favorite. They're all good. Wilder just needs more in his arsenal. That's true. War Lover 96. Be nice if we could have fantasy matches, everyone in their prime. Ali versus Joshua. It's Ali all day. He's not fast enough. He's weak in the heavyweight division. I don't know about that, Fisherman. I just think he's untested. I don't know about weak. We have to see first. Hell no, who has Usyk beat in the heavyweight? But guys, Jarrell Miller, he's taken himself off of social media. In closing and concluding, my final counterpunch on Jarrell Miller, guys. I think that he has to make a statement. He has to be held accountable. I think, until we hear something of him, we don't really know what drug. We know it's one of the three. But I think he needs to grow some balls, come back to the social media, make himself accountable, explain what happened, apologize, and just, put his mercy on the jury, which is us. That's what I think that he should do. Not go into hiding, not live in a dark place, not beat yourself up, not feel sorry for yourself because you are the reason you put yourself here. But anyway, everybody on the chat, Katakor, Exposaholic, Silverback, Sikosi, no, Sikoni, okay, Jet Marshall, Nicholas King, Comb in his headpiece, Sean Paul, Joseph Diaz, everybody on this chat. You guys have been you've been counterpunched. I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna watch some boxing myself, and we will conclude. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.